to the 4th annual Middle East Banking Innovation Summit here at the Emirates Towers Hotel.
It's a privilege to be here as Diamond sponsors of the Banking Innovation Summit, the 4th summit that's happening here in Dubai. And frankly, with over 300 to 400 delegates attending, it's been a fantastic turnout. And the interest in the discussions, particularly on the innovation agenda, has been very timely for us.
I think the most impressive thing that I've seen today is really the effort that the financial services industry is putting into making the customer experience. It's how they're building the entire customer experience that really shapes how they have to also then protect themselves.
It's very innovative because simply when you look at the speakers, at the audience, you will find all the three aspects of the industry, like the consumer, part of the customers or the banks themselves, part of the integrators that provide services for the banks, and the banks themselves, okay, or sorry, the vendors for that has products for those banks. And each one of them was speaking about the future, not only today.
But what's very nice about this conference is it's a mixture of technologists and bankers. So we've heard some very interesting presentations from the bankers about what they're doing to innovate in banking. So I think there's general agreement amongst the banks and the vendors that the three big things are cloud, digital and data. So we've heard some very interesting things about what banks are doing with all three. More perhaps on the digital and data side and a bit less on the cloud side. But actually, if you go to a conference that's more technology side rather than banking side, you'd have got a lot more on the cloud. But yeah, it's very interesting to hear about the digital.
When we got to know about the Banking Innovation Summit, we believe this is the place for us to be because we are all about innovation, particularly in the channel space, which is something I spoke about yesterday. So looking at the channel space, we believe that innovation needs to touch the customer in some way or the other, because banks are primarily competing to get a share of the market, share of the wallet from the customer, and the customers have multiple relationships today. So we want to be all the banks are competing in an increasing in the market today to become the principal banker of the customer.
I think there's definitely a very well laid out path, right? It's consumers, whether you're talking about the young or the older, are looking for being able to bank or shop their way on their time, right? This traditional concept of banking hours and being able to only transact within a retail bank is well and truly gone.
It was an interesting experience. I mean, I do see a lot of focus on security coming in. So security and innovation going hand in hand is something which is a good sign, because normally you say innovation is just, it's blue sky, think what you can and let's do it, but then there is a lot of thought on security also. So that's a good sign. I think goes well for the customer, because ultimately whatever is getting discussed here in some form or fashion will get used by the customer.
It is the most impactful event. We get to mingle with a lot of IT professionals and the business professionals.
I got to meet a few partners who work with some solutions that we have, and I was actually looking out for partners, because some of the existing partners that I deal with, I have some challenges. So I got to meet a few of your good partners, which is something I'm sure we'll collaborate in the future with them.
I can say this conference is a huge of information there, a lot of information, and every banker who attends here, he can get this information and improve the process in the bank. So really we have a good organization, good people. We introduce other people from different organizations, bankers, system, IT, all this we are joining, and we share the information with them.
I think this Innovation Summit is very interesting because we see a lot of new ideas which usually occur in Europe and the States, and we don't really see here. I was surprised and impressed that we have a lot of people speaking about very innovative ideas, trying to cater to banks and customers in both directions.
It's been a great place to interact with industry peers, both from the service providers to the banking and financial services industry, as well as the bankers. And the topics what you have covered are definitely very thought-provoking, and people are enjoying, and it's been very, what should I say, a learning experience.